Colombia, where mountains touch clouds and jungles whisper ancient secrets. A land where emerald valleys stretch endlessly toward Caribbean shores. Here, colonial streets pulse with life while lost cities sleep in dense forests. The Andes split into 3 fingers, creating worlds within worlds. Some corners remain untamed, holding mysteries yet to be discovered. Join me in a country where reality and magic dance as one. Fun facts about Colombia. Colombia's unique geography spans both the Pacific Ocean and Caribbean Sea with over 3,200 kilometers of coastline. This remarkable positioning contributes to its diverse climate zones, ranging from tropical rainforests to snow-capped peaks, despite its equatorial location. The country's ecological wealth is evident in its designation as one of 17 megadiverse nations, hosting 10% of Earth's species in less than 1% of its land area. This biodiversity includes 1,800 bird species, making Colombia the world's leader in bird diversity. The nation protects this natural heritage through 58 national parks, covering 11.27% of its continental territory and 1.5% of marine areas. Among its protected species is the wax palm, Colombia's national tree and the world's tallest palm, living up to 200 years. Beyond natural resources, Colombia leads global emerald production, providing 70 to 90% of the world's supply, and ranks 3rd in coffee production with 500,000 farming families cultivating premium Arabica beans. The best places in Colombia. San Andrés. Located in the Caribbean Sea, San Andrés is Colombia's largest Caribbean island, sitting 720 kilometers from mainland Colombia, but only 150 kilometers from Nicaragua's coast. The island's waters showcase 7 distinct shades of blue, earning it the nickname the Sea of 7 Colors. This phenomenon occurs due to different depths, coral reefs, and white sand reflecting the sun. The island was originally inhabited by Mosquito Indians and later became a haven for English Puritans and pirates. Today, its culture reflects this diverse heritage, with locals speaking English Creole alongside Spanish. The island's barrier reef, the 3rd largest in the world, creates a natural aquarium teeming with tropical fish, rays, and sea turtles. The highest point, La Loma, offers panoramic views of the entire island. Despite being just 13 square kilometers in size, San Andrés serves as Colombia's primary Caribbean port. The Cocora Valley. The Cocora Valley lies in Colombia's coffee region. It showcases the world's tallest palm trees, the Quindío wax palms, which can reach heights of up to 60 meters. The green landscape combines rolling hills, cloud forests, and scattered wax palms. The valley lies in the central Andes, where the humid climate and high altitude create perfect conditions for these rare palms to thrive. Some of these giants are over 200 years old, though their numbers have significantly decreased due to historical harvesting for Palm Sunday ceremonies. The valley is part of the Los Nevados National Park, home to unique species like the yellow-eared parrot, which depends on these palms for nesting. Local farmers still maintain traditional cattle ranches in the valley, creating a distinctive pattern of green pastures mixed with clusters of towering palms. Morning fog often covers the valley as palm trees emerge through the mist. The name Cocora, comes from the indigenous Quimbaya princess Kokora, meaning Star of Water. Huatape and El Peñol. Located in Antioquia, El Peñol is a massive granite monolith rising 220 meters from the ground. This natural wonder was formed over 70 million years ago under intense heat and pressure. A 740-step staircase carved into the rock side leads visitors to the summit. The climb requires significant effort, but the views reveal an intricate landscape of blue-green waters and scattered islands below. These waters are actually a man-made lake created in the 1970s when the area was flooded for a hydroelectric dam. The lake submerged the old town of Peñol, forcing residents to rebuild on higher ground. Nearby Huatape has become famous for its zocalos, colorful bas-relief designs adorning the lower walls of buildings. Each design tells a story about the family's history, occupation, or beliefs. The tradition began in the 1950s and has transformed this lakeside town into one of Colombia's most vibrant and photographed places. Tayrona National Park. Tayrona National Park spans Colombia's Caribbean coastline at the base of Sierra Nevada mountains. The park contains beaches, dense rainforest, and ruins of the ancient Tayrona civilization, with stone terraces and circular platforms remaining. Near the shore, coral reefs and rock formations fill the waters, though strong currents make most beaches dangerous for swimming. Cabo San Juan, the park's most famous beach, features two hills joined by a strip of sand. The park's wildlife includes howler monkeys, hundreds of bird species, and land crabs moving through the forest. Indigenous communities inhabit the park's mountains, which they considered sacred land. Different zones in the park range from dry coastal forest to mountain rainforest. Between May and October, heavy rains transform small streams into fast rivers. Near the beaches, palm trees grow between the forest and sea, while deeper inland, the vegetation becomes thick, tropical forest. Cartagena. Cartagena stands as Colombia's most preserved colonial city, with 11 kilometers of defensive stone walls encircling its old town. Built in the 16th century, these walls protected the city from countless pirate attacks. Inside, narrow streets reveal colorful colonial buildings with wooden balconies covered in bougainvillea. The city served as the main Spanish port for shipping South American gold to Europe. San Felipe Fortress, the largest Spanish fort in the Americas, stands on a hill overlooking the city. Its complex tunnel system allowed soldiers to move secretly during attacks. The old town consists of two districts, El Centro, with its churches and mansions, and the former slave quarter of Getsemani, now known for street art and local culture. The Caribbean heat reflects off the stone streets, while wooden doors hide interior courtyards with pools and gardens. Modern Cartagena extends beyond the walls, but the historic center remains the heart of the city, attracting visitors with its preserved colonial architecture and Caribbean atmosphere. Palomino. Palomino sits where the Sierra Nevada mountains meet the Caribbean Sea, 70 kilometers east of Santa Marta. A river flows from the snowy peaks to the ocean, creating a unique spot where visitors can float downstream through the jungle. The beach stretches for kilometers, with strong waves making it popular for surfing. Behind the coast, the foothills of the Sierra Nevada rise sharply, home to indigenous Kogui communities who maintain their traditional way of life. The village was a quiet fishing community until recently, when it became known for ecotourism. Palm trees line the shore while howler monkeys move through the forest canopy inland. The river water stays cool year-round as it comes from mountain glaciers. During the dry season from December to April, the river runs clear and calm. The area serves as a buffer zone between Tayrona National Park and Sierra Nevada National Park, creating a natural corridor for wildlife movement. Caño Cristales. Caño Cristales runs through Colombia's Serranía de la Macarena Mountains. Between July and November, this river transforms into what's called the River of Five Colors. The unusual colors come from Macarenia clavigera, an aquatic plant that turns bright red under specific conditions. Together with green algae, yellow sand, blue water, and black rocks, it creates a unique spectrum of colors. The river flows over ancient rock formations that are around 1.2 billion years old. Strange circular pits in the riverbed, called giant's kettles, form natural swimming pools. The water level must be perfect for the colors to appear. Too much rain dilutes the effect, while too little exposes the plants to harmful sun. The surrounding area holds diverse wildlife, including rare bird species and howler monkeys. Access to the river is strictly controlled to protect the delicate ecosystem. Visitors must follow specific paths and can only use natural sunscreen to prevent water contamination. Barichara. Barichara sits on a plateau in Colombia's Santander region, 1,300 meters above sea level. This colonial town has preserved its 300-year-old architecture, with streets paved in cobblestone and buildings made of local orange-tinted stone. The same stone was used to build the town's central plaza and the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception, considered one of Colombia's most beautiful churches. Local artisans still work with traditional techniques, creating pottery, paper from natural fibers, and stone carvings. The surrounding landscape features deep canyons and dramatic cliffs. A historic stone path called Camino Real connects Barichara to the smaller village of Juane, following an ancient indigenous trade route. The town's well-preserved state led to its declaration as a national monument in 1978. The area experiences a dry climate year-round, helping preserve the original colonial structures. Most houses feature white walls, terracotta roofs, and wooden balconies painted in deep green. Leticia and the Amazon. Leticia stands as Colombia's gateway to the Amazon, positioned where Colombia, Brazil, and Peru meet. The Amazon River flows past the town, reaching depths of up to 4 kilometers during the wet season. Thick rainforest surrounds the area, holding 1/3 of all plant and animal species known on Earth. Pink river dolphins surface in the waters, while macaws gather at clay lakes along the riverbanks. The city's port bustles with wooden boats carrying goods and people between the 3 countries. Around 400 indigenous communities live in this region, preserving traditional knowledge of medicinal plants and forest management. During the rainy season, water levels rise up to 15 meters, flooding parts of the forest and creating channels through the trees. Local markets sell exotic fruits and fresh fish caught in the river. Villa de Leyva. Villa de Leyva lies in Colombia's Boyacá region, preserved as it was in the 16th century. The town's main plaza covers 14,000 square meters, making it the largest cobblestone square in South America. White colonial buildings surround this space, their wooden balconies and clay tile roofs unchanged for centuries. The dry climate and the high altitude at 2,100 meters have helped preserve the original architecture. The area holds important fossils, including a complete Kronosaurus discovered in 1977. Ancient seashells at nearby hills prove this high-altitude town once lay under an ancient sea. Desert-like landscapes surround the town, contrasting with the green mountains visible in the distance. Blue doors and windows stand out against white walls as building codes maintain the colonial appearance. The town played a key role in Colombia's independence as several revolutionary leaders met here. An astronomical observatory built by the Muisca people still stands nearby, marking seasonal changes with stone columns. Tatacoa Desert. Tatacoa stands as Colombia's second largest arid zone, though it's not technically a desert but a dry tropical forest. The landscape has two distinct zones, the red desert with its maze of eroded cliffs and the gray desert with its ghost-like formations. Time and rain have carved the soft clay soil into deep canyons and sharp ridges. Despite average temperatures reaching 40 degrees Celsius during the day, the region supports cactuses, snakes, spiders, and scorpions. Its clear skies and minimal light pollution make it one of Colombia's best spots for stargazing. Two observatories allow visitors to study the southern sky's constellations. Fossils of ancient sea creatures appear in the eroded terrain, revealing this was once an ocean floor. Later, it became a lush forest before climate changes transformed it over millions of years. During brief rain showers, small pools form in the rock hollows, quickly evaporating in the intense heat. Mompox. Mompox sits on an island in Colombia's Magdalena River, frozen in time since the colonial era. The city grew wealthy as a vital trade port where gold and silver moved between the Andes and the Caribbean Sea. Its historic center holds some of the best preserved colonial architecture in Colombia, earning UNESCO World Heritage status. The Santa Barbara Church stands out with its unique Baroque tower and riverside location. Local artisans continue the tradition of filigree jewelry making, creating intricate designs in gold and silver. The town's buildings feature distinctive door knockers, lions for wealthy families, lizards for merchants. Marble tombs in the cemetery tell stories of past prosperity. During rainy season, the river rises and floods the surrounding plains, turning Mompox into a true island. The town's slow pace matches the flow of the river, with rocking chairs on long corridors, providing refuge from the heat. Barranquilla. Barranquilla stands at the point where the Magdalena River meets the Caribbean Sea. Known for hosting Latin America's second-largest carnival, the city bursts with dance, music, and elaborate costumes during February. The carnival brings 4 days of parades, featuring traditional characters like the Marimonda and the Congo dancers. The city's unique position made it Colombia's main port in the early 1900s, leading to rapid growth and modern innovations. It became the first Colombian city with an airport, public transportation, and a telephone network. The restored Paseo Bolivar displays Art Deco buildings from this golden age. The Caribbean and river cultures blend here, creating distinct music styles and food traditions. La Arenosa, as locals call it, earned this nickname from the sandy soil carried by river winds. The city divides into two zones, the modern north with shopping centers and restaurants, and the historic south where traditional neighborhoods preserve local culture. Bogota. Bogota rests in a mountain plateau 2,640 meters above sea level, making it one of the highest capital cities in the world. The city spreads across a savanna surrounded by Andean peaks, with the eastern mountains serving as a natural reference point. La Candelaria, its historic center, preserves colonial buildings painted in bright colors alongside graffiti art that tells modern stories. The Gold Museum houses the world's largest collection of pre-Hispanic gold work with over 30,000 pieces. Montserrat Mountain rises 3,152 meters, offering views of the sprawling capital below. The Sunday Ciclovia transforms main streets into bicycle paths, with over 1.5 million people taking part. Bogota's weather remains spring-like year-round due to its altitude, though locals joke the city can experience all 4 seasons in one day. Modern art galleries and high-end restaurants in Zona Rosa contrast with traditional markets and street food vendors in La Macarena. Salt Cathedral of Zipaquira, carved inside a salt mine, lies just outside the city. Medellin. Medellin sits in a valley of the Andes Mountains at 1,500 meters above sea level. The city's metro system includes cable cars that connect hillside communities to the center, offering aerial views of the urban landscape. Once known for violence, Medellin transformed into a hub of innovation and urban planning. Comuna 13, formerly the city's most dangerous area, now attracts visitors with its outdoor escalators and vibrant street art. The annual flower festival fills the streets with elaborate flower displays carried by traditional sileteros. Parque Arvi, reached by cable car, provides an escape to nature just minutes from downtown. The eternal spring climate keeps temperatures between 20 to 28 degrees Celsius year-round. Modern art fills the Plaza Botero, featuring 23 bronze sculptures donated by Fernando Botero, the city's famous artist. Now that we've journeyed through Colombia's magnificent treasures, from the rainbow-hued waters of Caño Cristales to the colonial charm of Cartagena, it's your turn to decide, which of these magical destinations would you explore first? If Colombia's blend of natural wonders and rich culture has captivated your imagination, then don't forget to subscribe for more adventures from across the globe. Until next time, muchas gracias, and as they say in Colombia, nos vemos en la próxima. See you in the next one.